Lil Durk already knew he fucked up. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think that's the reason he dropped so many music videos, because I was wondering why he dropped so many music videos back to back. Then I just see he got arrested. I'm like, okay, it makes sense now. But it might be the end of Lil Durk. It's not looking too good for him. Y'all kept saying slide for Von until he actually did it, but he did it in the most dumbest way possible. So someone ended up finding out where Quando Rondo was at. That's when they informed OTF on where he was at, and that's when he put his dumbass plan into motion. As y'all can see, Durk had motherfuckers fly from Chicago to LA to do this hit. On that same day, he had one of his other homies travel in on a private jet to LA. That's the first slow thing. Why the fuck is you using a private jet to motherfucking do a hit? And it get worse. Once they get there, they rent a hotel using the OTF credit card. And that's when Grant ended up getting them some firearms after that. Some of them with the buttons on the back to make it go fast. Then after that, Grant provides 2 cars for them to find, track, and unalive Quando Rondo. The cars they rented out was a BMW and an Infiniti. And Lil Durk told them not to use nothing with his name up on it. But either way, his ass was cooked, because they literally got his ass telling them not to do nothing with his name in it. And this is why if you commit a crime, you should not do anything on your phone. They literally got all their messages from Instagram. Y'all can pause and read. If you trying to make bread through your phone, click the ad in the caption. And that's when they drove to the hotel that Quando Rondo was staying at. And as y'all can see, there's follow Quando Rondo around. And they literally got him on camera driving the cars that they rented with the OTF credit card following Quando Rondo truck. And Quando Rondo finally got to the gas station where they pulled it to the alley so they could hop out. And they literally got him on camera hopping out the car as well. And they even got him on camera buying the ski mask. And it get worse. After they did the hit, they go to a hamburger shop like nothing ain't happened to talk about the payments and all this other shit. And after that, that's when they all bought tickets with the OTF credit card to fly back to Chicago. And since they did it so sloppy, Lil Durk is paying the consequences. They said Lil Durk could potentially get the chair if he's convicted, and the mandatory minimum of 30 years. So even if he's not unalived, he got to do a mandatory minimum of 30 years. But Durk knew how serious it was, so he ended up trying to take his private jet to Italy, but they ended up locking his ass up. I don't think it's no getting out of this one for him, because they said supposedly one of his homies ended up snitching on him. That's how they end up getting all this information. King Von literally shouted him out in all of his songs. But he did 12 years in prison. He got released to end up getting locked up again. And motherfuckers be like, okay, we know what he did so he could get in less trouble. He ended up becoming a rat. And what makes it worse, Lil Durk literally gave folks $50K. And folks snitched on him. That's why I ain't gonna cap to you. I don't take none of these street dudes serious. Because it's easy to play that street role until shit get real. And the whole reason this shit happens because niggas' pride and ego. Let's be real now, because Lil Durk only did this shit to prove a point that he's really like that in the streets and he's such a big bad wolf. And it's like motherfuckers get money and don't know how to act, because if you was broke, Quando Rondo would still be alive, because you would be like, man, folks ass out the city, folks ass hiding. You wouldn't be doing all this extravagant James Bond ass shit if you was a regular broke motherfucker, because you be like, bro, that shit just doing too much. But now since you got all this money, you be like, fuck it, I could do it. And that's what got you fucked up right there, because you thinking, oh, I got so much money, they ain't gonna find out. And that was the problem. First of all, if you doing anything through your phone illegal, just know they already know what the fuck you doing. And they just ain't decide to get on your ass about the shit. And it's like, I wouldn't hire nobody to catch a body for me anyway, because I already know when shit get real, they gonna snitch. Because they just catching the body for the money. And when they just doing it for the money, they gonna be like, man, I'm just trying to get the money. I ain't trying to be in jail for this motherfucker. I don't even care about this shit. I did this shit for the bread. So guess what they gonna do? They gonna snitch on your ass because they not trying to be in jail over a body that they ain't give a fuck about. And these rappers gonna keep on learning the hard way that these motherfuckers be finessing y'all goof ass. Like y'all ass ain't the brightest motherfuckers if y'all can't see through that fake ass street shit. Like that's why I never took these rappers and shit serious. None of these gangsters serious. Cause anybody could play that role until shit get real. Lots of these motherfuckers never get put in a situation where they gotta show their true colors. Let's start there. So they just play their little fantasy role and that's that. But when motherfuckers get into it, you will really see that lots of these niggas is just actors. They need a motherfucking award. They really just be fugazi as hell, capping for an image. And then what make it worse, the rappers want to brag about it on the internet and shit. Like, yeah, I did this, I did that. Like, come on, gang. Like, you doing all this bragging and shit, and you really did the shit. So it made your shit look even motherfucking worse. But honestly, I don't know what's finna happen to Lil Durk. If he don't snitch, his ass is not getting out of jail for sure. It ain't no way around that shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.